Will Finance Minister P Chidambaram emerge as Congress's official nominee for the Prime Minister's post for 2014 Lok Sabha elections? Well, The Economist believes that the suave, Harvard-educated lawyer turned politician is emerging as the dark horse. Now, various reasons have been cited, like Gandhi family scion, Rahul Gandhi still being unprepared for it. It also cites the fact that incumbent Manmohan Singh will be well past 80 after 2014 polls and may be too frail for the rigors of the top post. It also notes the fact that Chidambaram's so-called rival Pranav Mukherjee has been elevated now to the post of the president of the country. The Congress has maintained that Manmohan Singh remains the Prime Minister and the next party nominee will be decided by the party at an appropriate time.
देखिए, इस पे मैं कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा। प्रधानमंत्री कांग्रेस पार्टी तय करेगी, कोई दूसरी पार्टी तय नहीं करेगी। कांग्रेस पार्टी 2014 के चुनाव के लिए पूरी तैयार है और 2014 के बाद हमारी सरकार बनेगी, नए एमपी चुन के आएंगे, उनके फैसले से देश का प्रधानमंत्री कांग्रेस पार्टी की हाईकमान तय।
महंगाई, चौतरफा भ्रष्टाचार।
Kamaljeet Sandhu, our correspondent, now joins us with more details and a perspective on that. Kamaljeet, does Chidambaram have that kind of support needed to be a prime ministerial candidate from the party itself?
Well, P Chidambaram has been controversial, but yes, he is also a reliable man. If you also go through WikiLeaks, at one point of time, it was quoted that he was closest to Manmohan Singh. And again, the way he's been able to rein in the economy, this is something that he has been rising in terms of ranks, and his clout is growing. But yes, many see him as a hardliner, somebody who cannot take a team together. So there are pros and cons to it. More or less, there needs to be a consensus on his name. So far, it is Rahul Gandhi's name, which had earlier emerged for 2014 Prime Ministerial candidate. But remember, Rahul Gandhi, even though there's been a saying that his role would be eventually increasing in politics and the way he's handling Congress party, but the fact to me is that it is P Chidambaram who has taken over the place Pranav Mukherjee earlier had in terms of fixing certain situations. And that is why he's become one of the most reliable men in Congress.
All right, Kamal, stay on with us. We also have with us on the phone line political analyst Sanjeev Srivastav. Sanjeev, what about the crucial backing of Sonia Gandhi? That's, of course, going to be one of the key factors over here. Do we see that for P Chidambaram for 2014?
See, P Chidambaram as Prime Minister in 2014 is perhaps amongst the more than dozen odd scenarios which can play out. Because the common thinking is, the perception is that unless there is a near 250 mark or somewhere around about that, Rahul Gandhi won't like to become the Prime Minister of a truncated Congress party in case the UPA comes back to power. And in that case, names like Chidambaram do come to the fore, and yes, he is an important claimant. He enjoys the confidence of party leadership, both mother and son, that is Sonia and Rahul. And he is the architect of economic reforms after Manmohan Singh. And one of the reasons, if at all UPA comes back to power, they'll have to give the credit to economic reforms, feel good factor in the economy. So all that changes by 2014.
All right.
But I really think that the Economist, the piece because of which everybody is now discussing this likely scenario, it looks like a bit of kite flying, if you may. It is too speculative because there's so many scenarios which can unfold.
All right.
So then this is one of that likely scenarios.
All right.
Whether it plays out in this manner, whether the script changes at the last moment, there may be a dark horse. These are predictable names. So Chidambaram, after Manmohan Singh, in the absence of Pranav Mukherjee, is a strong contender.
All right, and it also says...
Economists may not realize that, but A.K. Antony may be the one. Or some other dark horse. Jairam Ramesh. There are so many factors and candidates and issues which are there in the play within the Congress party. Right now, I think the biggest challenge is to somehow do well in 2014.
All right, Sanjeev, stay on with us. We also have with us on the phone line political analyst Neerja Chaudhary. Neerja, It also says that Rahul Gandhi still looks unprepared. Now, aren't the Congress workers who are looking at him at being the face for 2014, will that not impact the morale of the party if Rahul Gandhi is not made the face and somebody else is projected as the prime ministerial candidate?
I think it's unlikely that somebody else will be projected as the prime ministerial face before the elections. In fact, Rahul Gandhi will be the face, in all likelihood, not projected as the Prime Minister. They'll all go into elections together. And depending on what the arithmetic is following 2014, then only this situation will emerge. Suppose, hypothetically speaking, you have Congress as 145 and yet the single largest party able to form a government with the help of other secular parties, then the question of who will be the Prime Minister may come up. And it's possible that in that kind of hodgepodge scenario, Rahul Gandhi may not like to take over the reins of government. In that eventuality, you will have the possibility of who will it be, Mr. Chidambaram, who is very efficient in government, or Mr. Antony, who has the ear of Sonia Gandhi, or Sushil Kumar Shinde, who's a Dalit, or somebody else who's a dark horse. So it's all very, very early, but certainly as far as administration and government goes, and quick grasp of issues, and articulation of issues, Mr. Chidambaram has come out trumps. There is no doubt about that. But then prime ministerships are not decided only on those considerations.